Hey there, everybody. Welcome to Keep Fit HIIT here with David. We're going to get straight to it, everybody, with a nice little warm up here first. So we're going to do a combination move here in the upper body, and then we're going to do a combination move in the lower body, and then get to our main work. So first thing that I want us to do here today is go into this face pull, where we're actively pulling this elbow straight back. You get a big squeeze. We're going to externally rotate those hands back. I want you to press up and then come back, down and forward. So nice and slow, retract, rotate, press, pull down, internal rotate, and then protract. Nice and slow, under control, lots of different ways we can move at the shoulder here. Kind of want to combine these for the sake of time so we can get to the good stuff. All right, we got two more. Back, squeeze. Good, one more here for this upper body and shoulder. Awesome. And so for this next one, what we're going to do is an inchworm, and then we're going to add to that a little lunge and rotation here. So as we go into this inchworm, first thing that I want you to do is hinge down, just like we do with our RDLs. We're going to walk those hands forward, and then we're coming out like a lunge, and we rotate. Then you're going to alternate to the other leg, coming outside the hand and rotate. And we walk it back up. Couple steps there, but that's good because we're using a lot of the body here. Let's go into the second one. Hinge, walk them out, right leg and twist, left leg and twist. Good. Bring it all the way back up to the start. We got two more rounds, everybody, and then on to our main work. Good. Control that breathing. We got one more warm up round. Reach, reach, and then back to our starting position. Okay, so as we get to this main work here, what I want to do first is go into an isometric here in the lower body, and then some movement through the shoulder. So what we're going to do is go into like this lunge position, or this like kneeling position right here. We're going to go into an upright row. So we're holding on strong, then you're rowing up with those elbows. It's going to be 3 rounds, 20 seconds on, 20 seconds off. Go ahead and get set up. I'll give you a side profile, going in 5, 2, and 1. So that knee's down. Nothing changes here in that lower body. We're getting some upper pull. Yeah, warming up those legs. Might not need much of a warm up if you've been doing a bunch of Squattober stuff already. 2, 1, release. I know I got my squats in first thing this morning. Did some landmine squats in here. So all we have to do for this second round is bring that other leg backward. Nothing changes in the upper body here. All right, 3, 2, and 1. So we're holding just kind of like a wall sit, but we're single leg, making sure we take care of those shoulders. Elbows come up high. Come on, everybody. 2, and 1. Speaking of squats, on this third and final set, we're going to go down like a wall squat, bottom of your squat right here. And then we're going to upright row from there. Okay, pretty easy. So just holding on in the bottom in that pocket, elbows coming up. We're going to do that in 5, 2, 1. So you're in your squat. Now we're rowing up. No movement in that lower body. Gonna get better at controlling this lower body and also the back throughout Squattober. 5 seconds. 2, 1, release. Okay, we're gonna be getting down on the ground for the second one. So a lower body movement, but we're gonna have some upper body involved in this one. So with this, what we've done before is externally rotate those hands, bend the knees, and come up for this hip thrust. That might be what you choose for this one. That's fine. If so, 20 seconds as hard as you can doing that hip thrust. If you want to go to the next level, then what you're going to do is have one down. We're going to tap that shoulder, come up, and then you're going to alternate, come up like that. So you have to keep your body weight up with that one arm. All right. Good for your shoulders and arms. Still hitting those glutes hard. Whichever one works for you. Going in 5, 3, 2, 1. So I'm going to tap and come up and go to the other side. Tap and up, up, up. If that's not working out for you, you're right here. Same movement in the lower body, stretching out the chest and shoulders. 2 and 1. Like I said, I'm definitely feeling it. Did some squats and deadlifts this morning, but a little light activity can kind of help that recovery process. So we're here. Feel out that second round. Hopefully you got in a groove that first round. We're going in 3, 2, 1. I'm going to alternate. Alternate. And I'm locked out with that straight arm. Good work, everybody. Keep on pushing. 2 and 1. Release. One more set here on the second exercise. We can get a nice little water break after this. So work hard on this one. May go back into the dual handed. Get a nice stretch in this upper body. Here in 5 seconds. 2, 1. Let's go. Big squeeze. Nice straight back. Every rep should look the same. Not wavering side to side. Three, 2, and 1. Good. Rest in water. All right. Good start. Some kind of new movements here. Keep you all engaged. Feeling good, feeling warm now. As we go into some more core emphasis, what we're going to do on this next one is go into a low plank. And from that low plank position, what we're going to do is a hip abduction. So what that means is we're down here, going into that low plank, stacked elbows underneath the shoulders, palms up, and you're holding strong right there. So that might be where you are right now. You don't have to add any movement. If you want to make it a little bit harder, we're going to go abduction out to the side, foot out to the side. And then if you want to make it a little bit easier, you can do a little tap and a tap. Big thing, we don't want that hip to shift side to side, okay? So I'll go ahead and get my handy dandy timer going. All right, get set up. We're going in 3, 2, and 1. We're up. If you're choosing the hip abduction, going out to the side, getting some more obliques involved. No matter what, that core is crunched in. 2 and 1. Plank variation is one of my favorite things to do with people, especially just this low plank or the side plank movements. Keeps your back and abdomen really healthy. So let's get back to it. Going here and 3, 2, 1. I'm just gonna hold with you this time, everybody. And if you are just doing this isometric where there's no movement, make sure you're squeezing those glutes as tight as you can. 2, 1, release. Good, earn that rest interval. Chill out for a little bit. Good, keep that posture even through our rest interval. We're going in 5. Go ahead and get set up. 2, 1. I'm going back to the abduction, out to the side, out to the side. Good. Keep that core tight, everybody. Stay with me. 2 and 1. release. Okay, we can stay on the ground for this next one. Made it easy so we're not changing levels so much. What we're gonna do is go into a push-up and a T-spine rotation. So that push-up, just like we always do, gripping the ground, kind of externally rotating so we can pack that shoulder in. Those elbows are kind of tucked. We're gonna go all the way down. And then when you come up, you can add this rotation right here. Down, up, add the rotation. If you're on your knees, that's fine. We're right here. Again, screwed into the ground. We're down. As you come up, get that rotation. Same thing on the other side, all right? Getting strong, but also getting mobile through this spine. We're gonna go in 5, 2, 1. So we're down, up and rotate, down, up and rotate. The combination is to help you stay more balanced. If you wanna do just the push-up, that's fine. 2 and 1. I did bench press and a bunch of rows yesterday, so I'm feeling those as well. But here we are, we're getting it. No excuses here. Burn some calories, get some energy going. Going to our second set in 3, 2, and 1. Three, 2, and 1. Nice work. And if you ever wonder about how often you should be working out or strategies to make sure that you're optimizing your training, I would hop on that last Fit Pro show on our YouTube. We had a good conversation about that. Going in 3, 2, 1. Last set of push-ups. Really good one. Talking about 5 ways that you can get better. Good, almost there. 2, 1, release. All right, grab some water. We have 2 exercises left. For this next one, I'm gonna show you. Sounded like a magician there for this next trick, but really, oh look, I'm matching. So for this next one, what we're gonna do is go into an overhead swing. So we're working this hinge movement pattern. We're going up overhead. So what it's gonna look like is we're gonna initiate this movement with the kettlebell on the ground by hiking it back like a football. You see I'm moving at the hips, not the knees, not bending at those knees downward, right? So we're down, we're back. We come all the way up overhead and then back down. So if we're moving faster, it's gonna look like this. All right, if you don't have a kettlebell or anything, just interlock those hands, do the same thing, okay? All right, here goes. Getting that timer going in 3, 2, 1. Hike up all the way overhead, back down. If we're doing all this squatting and lunging, need to make sure we hit the posterior chain. That's what we're doing right here. 2 and 1. That's why I do so much hinging. That's why we do leg curls. That's why we do the hip thrust variations, stuff like that. Because if we just do the front of those legs, your knees are gonna get really angry at you. You won't stay in the game for too long. It's all about longevity. 2, 1, come on. Good, keep that breath. Keep exploding forward and back with those hips. 2 and 1, release. One more set here. And then one more exercise after this. I know you're doing great. Going in 10. All right, 3, 2, and 1, back. and forward. Just coming straight up to neutral, like your normal standing posture. 2 and 1, nice work. All right, one more exercise. This class flow really goes by quick, really flies by. What we're gonna do on this last one is go into a bear crawl. This is great because it kind of has an aerobic component to it, but if you're doing the right thing in your core, you're gonna get a little burn through the abdomen, and we're gonna be moving through the upper and lower body. So on this bear crawl, what we're gonna do, start in a quadruped stance. That just means we're on all fours right here. You're gonna lift your knees up about 2 inches off the floor, like so. Nice flat back. And we're gonna glide opposite arm, opposite leg forward. See how my knees not touching? All right, keep that flat back. You run out of real estate and come all the way back like this, okay? So we're gonna 20 seconds. Going in 5. So get set up, knees come up, ready, go. Opposite, 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 opposite. Just gliding forward, not marching or anything. Coming back is a little bit more difficult for most people. That's okay though. 2, 1, release. Good, getting primal here on you. So we need to be able to move in all these different ways. Now I challenge you to keep that core nice and tight on this one, keeping the flat back, going in 3, 2, and 1. Good, pull that belly button in. Almost there. 2 and 1, good. Back to your starting place. We have one more set left. I'm sweating now. This one's good. It can be a dynamic warm up. It can be part of the main exercise routine. All right, get set up. 3, 2, 1. Final set. Make it good. Good. 5 seconds, everybody. 2, 1, and rest indeed. All right. I'm gonna wipe my sweaty face off and then we're gonna do a quick little cool down. This is an important part of maintaining or getting better as far as flexibility goes and just regulating that heart rate back down, okay? So what we're gonna do, you can start with both knees down. What I want you to do is just lower those hips right here. You can already feel a quad stretch by doing that. And then the next piece is to just lie back as far as you can. And you see how my hips are lower than my shoulders are? If you keep this straight line, you're gonna feel those hip flexors as well. So you start by just pushing those hips back, walking the hands back, and then raise those hips up and say hello to that hip and pelvic area. Good, we'll release that, come back forward. What I want us to do on this one is go into this push-up position and simply drop your hips down. All right, and you're gonna feel that abdomen get a nice stretch as a little breeze flows in here into my garage. I love it. Perfect for a cool down. Keeping the chest up, trying to keep those shoulders back. Nice, deep, steady breaths. We have one more calming movement before I let you go. All we're gonna do is push those hips way back, keep the arms forward, kind of decompress that spine a little bit. Those arms are just levers for us to pull on the shoulder, pull on the lat, and then relax here for this last stretch. I'm gonna be quiet for a few. Good, last few breaths, everybody. 2, 1, and release. Always feels good to get that nice cool down after a tough workout. Thanks for joining me, everybody. I'll be here for Energizer Day and Keep Fit Strength tomorrow. Thanks, y'all. Yeah, thanks, Christy. See you tomorrow.